I don't want a poltergeist.
No, me too.
Howdy, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
everyone's having a
Oh,
good Saturday night and
I
having.
got to take my shirt off real quick. Not in a
Oh,
bad. Just the top shirt. Just the top shirt. Hang on, I'll be right back.
It's not that kind of show.
yeah.
Yeah, so I hope everybody had a great week. And hope everybody's having a good
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah. Nice and quiet.
It's good. Yeah, we had a lot of rain this past week. It seemed like I don't know, we needed it, but a couple of days where it just seemed like it was just
Hello.
raining all day
David.
long.
Hello. Christina. Hello.
Hey, Christina,
Vodka.
Sorry, I forgot I was
Hello.
still in my work shirt.
David.
Didn't need that logo popping up everywhere. Hey,
It might
RPI.
was.
I'm on my work shirt.
Well,
I
I
am.
mean, you have a superhero job. I have just go out and help animal type of job.
That's a superhero.
I couldn't do that.
I'm no
This
super.
this place is old.
Oh,
No,
too old for this.
it's home. This place is home. That's that dude that used to own this.
Hey,
Used to
Farna.
own this.
Hey, Florida.
Rona.
Lona.
Yeah, so tonight I thought we'd talk about some haunted dolls. I know of a couple of really, really haunted dolls. The ones that are popular, like Annabelle and Robert the Doll. There's a few other out there that are, pretty well known. And Donnie's got several haunted dolls, so hopefully
I got a
he can tell us
few
more about
too.
those things.
I got
Well, they
one
do
that I
have.
bring mostly with me all the time.
Does Sandra has some dolls too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandra's got a few.
Wow.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah,
How you
everybody's got
doing,
some haunted
Eric?
dolls. I said
You see
I have a
Eric
doll
right
here
there?
myself, but I don't think it's haunted. Ever since I've had it, nothing's happened. I don't feel anything from it. Um, Everybody says it's a creepy looking doll, but I don't know. I every time I look at her, I smile.
I have a creepy looking ex-wife.
Does she look anything like this?
No, those are pretty dolls.
Yeah, I do. I will say I have some beautiful dolls. Even the one that's
Villain.
bad, it's still beautiful, even with its one eye.
I bought one on the on Craigslist or something. It's from the US anyways. And it's eBay. Yeah.
Mm.
And when I received it, I got a letter with it saying like what happened to it and everything. I made a video about it, and it had a leg missing that it,
Popped off.
so she had her hair was like almost ripped off. So if you lift up her hair, there's a hole. I'm upset. Okay.
Oh,
So yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not too up on why the and much of the doll information and the hauntings of the doll. So this is a lot of informational for me to learn, and hopefully some people out there will learn as well too. And
okay.
but yeah, hopefully you guys can you have experience with dolls and stuff like that. I only know, like I said in the beginning here, I only know the major stories like Annabelle and Robert the Doll. I would love to go down and check that out, especially go down to Florida anyway. So
Yeah.
but yeah, to go down that far and go check it out. That would be cool.
Charles.
Yeah,
I
I've
wouldn't
always.
visit. I wouldn't visit Robert the Doll.
That's what I was gonna say. I've always wanted to go visit Robert the Doll.
I'd visit.
I
I don't
would.
think I don't think I'd risk it to bring in a camera or do any talking. I just
Yeah,
go.
well, if you ask him, then take a picture. It'll be okay.
That's what they
I
You
say.
don't
have
even
to
know.
ask first.
I don't know if I'd even bother with that. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
So
I've
Sean would have.
heard all the stories about what happens if you don't, and if you don't ask, you're not polite about it or whatever. You're cursed for eternity.
I'm already cursed, anyways.
There's a YouTuber
yeah.
that went and see the real Annabelle, And then for 2 weeks in a row, he had an accident.
Huh.
First week it was his car, so it's getting fixed. So he got a rental, and he scrapped the rental too. Ever since he went to that see that doll,
He was so scared.
he was so scared. Yeah.
I would have been getting new underwear.
Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
And there's a couple other ones that are, I guess, they're kind of famous that I've heard of, but I don't know like the story too much. It was like the Renee, what was that one? Renee C or Renee?
I think some of these Sandra might have done some videos.
Yeah,
on.
I did the top 10 most haunted
Renesmee?
dolls in the
Renee?
world.
I don't know how to
Renesmee.
pronounce Renesmee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renesmee.
Mm.
Yeah. Didn't you do a video on Renesmee?
I can't remember who I did it on, but I did quite a few. There was a doll, it was like a Chinese. She had long black hair.
Oh, I think I saw it was like
That is it belonged to a little girl. Her big brother went somewhere and bought that doll for her, and maybe like 2 3 weeks she fell sick and she passed away, and they believed that she went into that doll because the doll's hair was growing. They would
yeah,
cut
that
it
was
and it would grow again, and
Really?
now it's in a temple that they have there,
Okay.
and it's the monks and everything.
I remember
cuts
I
seeing
don't know
that
how to
video.
pronounce the name, but that one was OKIKU.
Okay.
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 Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sean,
One gold second.
well, I can even ask Sandra this question, or any of y'all I want to ask. Is it considered a haunted doll if it's a friendly spirit or a friendly attachment? Do you still consider it a haunted doll?
Yeah.
I
I
would.
do.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
still say it's haunted. It's
It's a nice one. If you look at the doll and you're happy, you have happy emotions, it could be like a good spirit.
Okay.
And me, if I look at a doll, I'm talking for me myself. If I look at a doll to know that there's something on her or in her, whatever, I'll get like cramps in my stomach.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that tells me that I have to go forward and see if she's haunted or whatever.
Okay. Because see, like for me, a haunted doll always had or has had a bad reputation because somebody says, "Oh, haunted doll," and everybody's freaked out. So to me, when I talk about my dolls, I do say it's my haunted doll collection, but I feel like the nice ones and the good ones, I refer to them as dolls with attachments. Now, if they're
Yeah.
haunted and I've had activity with them, I would
Mhm.
definitely classify them as a haunted doll.
That's
And
that's the right way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
makes sense.
have
Like that.
I have a doll here that has been known to everyone that has seen the video to be bad. And I still classify that as kind of a haunted doll, but I also classify that as a bad doll.
Possessed doll.
A possess, yeah, that makes more sense. Possessed because
Yeah.
it's bad, it's negative.
Since it's bad, yeah.
Right, right.
That's
So
how
I
I look at
consider
it.
my dolls dolls with attachments, unless, like I say, they're haunted if I've had activity with them, and then if it's a bad spirit, like Sandra said, like a possessed doll. Which I
Yeah.
only have one out of 27 dolls that I have. That's a possessed doll. The other ones are just the other six are dolls with attachments.
Mm. I have one doll that I always bring with me. And the last time I took her out with me, I went to this haunted place. It's a church, but it's just like the ruins of a church, you know?
Oh, where you brought the rock?
Yeah, where I got the
Yes,
rock and I
I remember that.
brought someone home and had all this bad luck, lost my camera, and so I lost that video. Well, I went back to give back the rocks, and I brought my doll Kim, and I sat her like on a block. There was like a big brick block. It's probably limestone. Neck torture. So
Oh,
I sat my doll there,
Yeah, right.
and I'm all the way across the church. So she's in one corner and I'm in the other, and I'm filming and everything. You see her go. She tips
Mm.
right over that block. So I go and pick her up. Her arms ripped off. So I said, "Oh shit."
Really?
Yeah, and I had a talking mouse. If you talk to it, it'll repeat what you say.
Uh huh.
So I would
Shall we
use,
do something?
shall I do something? No, it's okay. Um, so I would bring that also with me to catch the EVPs. So if it went off by itself, it's because it heard something. So, but they kept on throwing that off the windows sill there. They would
Mm-hmm.
always throw it down, up to a point that it didn't work anymore. My mouse looked like a Chuck E. Cheese
Right.
mouse. Yeah,
Not Ratatouille.
yeah. So, yeah. And when I go to my daughter's house and I have it, it's not allowed to come in the house. Yeah,
Gotta
she
stay in the
just
car.
yeah, stay in the car. She doesn't want to see it, and that's what happened. I brought her to her house. I didn't know the first time, so
Mm-hmm.
I brought her in and everything, sat her down, and my daughter over her kitchen cabinets. There's like space, so she would
Mm-hmm.
put boxes and plastic bowls that she doesn't use all the time.
Right.
So we go to bed that night, but before we go to bed, my daughter says, "Get this doll out of here." So I put her in the car. That night we go to bed, and everything that was on top there of the cabinets
Mm-hmm.
fell down.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Huh?
and I told her that's because you kicked out my doll. You
Yep.
have to be
Yeah.
nice with her. And Eric
Absolutely.
learned to be nice with her too. He got a freak scare. I keep her like on a little like
Water.
desk that has a mirror. I keep her there because she likes to be beside the
A
mirror.
mental.
Yeah. And it's a glass shelf that she's sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's sitting here very early in the morning. That
Dress.
is like a cross at the other wall there. The glass shelf fell on the floor, but it didn't break.
Mm.
I said, "That's because you're always rude with her. Stop being
Yeah.
rude, and she'll stop." And that's what
Bothering
happened.
you.
Yep. Hello, the bud pals.
Hey, Buff Files, how you doing?
Yo, yo.
So I put the Spirit Music Box on the app next to my bad doll here, and it's already had some movement go off.
Oh yeah.
Kid.
Yeah, it just
Him.
played the music box sound, so um,
Mm.
just kind of got it sitting there since we're talking about haunted dolls.
Hey, Bug Files.
Well, I got haunted.
A bathroom, that's about it.
Haunted Funko Pops.
Yep. I got haunted Funko Pops.
Yeah. I got a
Uh,
haunted bathroom and a haunted studio.
well, Funko Pops, would you consider them dolls? I mean, I would consider them dolls.
Right? Yeah. Can a Funko Pops?
If you're short
Come
enough
on.
to
See-
fit in those.
See, the thing is I'm a boy, so that's an action figure, not a
Sure.
doll.
Well,
Possessed action figure.
I'm a boy with dolls.
Well, those considered dolls.
Well, I'm still a boy. Well, no, they could be action figures.
No.
Yeah.
They're just girly
Super and
action figures.
Super and of Green Gables. Super
Yeah.
Anne of Green Gables.
Green Gables.
I was
Yeah.
reading tonight too about another one about Elsa. Have you heard Elsa?
I've heard of
Elsa.
Elsa before, yeah.
Well,
I-
Frozen. I guess there was a Elsa Frozen from Frozen doll from a family in
Heroes
this happened to
whisper.
a family in Houston. They where was that? Oh yeah, they said it would, the doll would inexplicably switch between English and Spanish,
Mhm.
And even though it was turned off, they threw the doll
Oh,
away,
I think I
and
remember hearing
the
this.
doll returned,
Yes.
and they stuffed it in like 2 garbage bags and stuff like that, and they threw it away again, and it returned again.
Yep, I
Mm.
heard about this.
And so they finally mailed it to somebody in Minnesota. So I guess it's happy up there.
yeah.
So
I've heard when I was doing my WTF stories, and I was doing it like on toys that we had like in the 80s and stuff. And there was a story similar to that, but on an Elmo doll. It would say,
Oh,
Elmo
I heard
wants
about
to
that
kill
too.
you.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh
that would be
yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Elmo doll.
And
That,
it's turned off, no batteries, no nothing.
Mhm.
yep, that's the one I was fixing to ask. Is that the one that didn't have batteries?
Yeah, it had no
Yeah.
batteries. And there's a Teddy Rumpskin. That's you're too young for that one.
Yeah.
It's like a big teddy bear, and in the back, it has like a cassette player. You put a cassette and you listen to
Yeah.
the story, and his mouth moves. There's
I
I
thought
that.
it was
remember that.
I thought it was like almost like a record player they put in the back.
No, it's eight 8 track, 4 track.
Yeah, it was an
Okay.
8-track. It was an
Okay,
8-track cassette player. You slid it
yeah,
in and closed it. I've seen them.
play.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen one. I've seen one that these group of guys were playing with the Ouija board, and on top of the dresser, it looked like in a bedroom. And on top of the dresser, every time they moved the Ouija board, the teddy bear on top of the dresser starts moving.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
when they saw it move, they just ran. They got scared.
Those Furbies would creep me out. Those things were.
Yes, because they would start after years of not doing anything.
Yeah, they would just
Mhm.
talk randomly too, and they
Yep.
just started.
Yeah,
So they were kind of creepy.
Absolutely, I agree. My cousin, I
inexpensive.
remember. Well, when they first came out, they really weren't that expensive. And as a matter of fact, if I remember right, McDonald's used to give you Furbies and Happy Meals.
All those
Well,
Furbies,
well, those
the
are the
real
small
ones,
ones.
Yes,
Those
they
the
are
were
the
real
small
small.
ones,
ones,
the furry ones, the real
Yeah,
ones,
right?
they were creepy as heck.
yeah.
They
My
would go off, and them too,
Well,
they'd say, I want to kill you.
they said when they first came out, they were defected.
They
right,
were
Uh,
what?
they were
defective.
defected, so they had to recall all those teddy bears back because they were saying something weird. You know, weren't making sense. It sounded like they were possessed and stuff like that. So they had to recall those back and then ship out some new ones.
I'm still around.
Uh,
So the
I remember
Furbies are
this.
still around.
Well, my I remember this Furby my cousin had. He had skinned it, so it was
Yeah.
just the plastic parts that you've seen. And one night we're laying in his room, and me and my cousin have always been into the paranormal, and we used to watch when it was You Now. We used to watch, scary videos and stuff like that. And I remember one night laying on his floor, and he was sitting on his bed playing his drums, and we heard something in the closet, and we opened his closet, and this Furby's trying to drive itself over top of all the stuff in his closet, and
Mhm.
you heard it me 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 me, and it was just creepy. It was really creepy.
Look at
Yeah.
Randy, what he read.
And a remote
That's,
control car, no
Yeah.
yeah.
batteries.
Oh, that's creepy. Zoom. Uh-oh.
Oh,
And
don't do
I mean,
no.
it goes to show that any kind of ghost could really uh attach themselves to almost anything, and a car is no different. I mean, you could attach yourself to a car. You could see them turn on the light, make a lot of noise. I
Yeah,
mean, it drive itself. So yeah, it's weird. I mean, especially if it doesn't have any batteries, so you can't say it's defective.
right.
Right.
There was one time I heard a story about a lady who was being physically abused, and she went and got in her vehicle. There was no battery in this vehicle, but she crunk it up and she drove all the way to her mother's house. And that's when they realized there was no battery in it, because when she turned it off, she couldn't crank it back up.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's probably the entity or the ghost, whatever it is, pushing it from her house to.
I don't know. Like I say, it could have been a spirit, or it could have been an angel.
Yeah.
You never know.
Well, there was this one guy. He and this is a part of the attachment and whatnot. He was going through a junkyard, and all of a sudden he hears a car turn on, and it was next to him or something like that. But the car, no door, no engine, no wheels, and the car turned on,
Yeah, I mean,
and it drove itself somehow.
well,
Yeah,
I've
so
seen weirder things.
Crazy.
I've seen some weird things.
I have to do an investigation here because there's too much going on. Like the water goes off by itself in the bathroom. I
Oh,
had a
there's
book of because I'm following a parapsychology class to explain the paranormal better,
Stranded.
and I had a textbook, and I put it on the kitchen counter, and I looked for it all day, and I found it. It was here, but I haven't been in this room all day, so
huh, yeah,
I
yeah.
just came in to put a box, and I came. That's it. Not even more than that. I didn't even open the light. I put the box there and left. And I find it sitting here. I don't know.
There's your poltergeist word from earlier.
Yeah, that's probably it. And
Hmm.
that dark shadow that they see when I do my live streams. my
So, so do
my
you think?
subscribers.
So,
Eh?
so do y'all think that sometimes when we get these haunted dolls or whatnot, do you think it could have a poltergeist in it that could set itself free in someone's home, or a spirit that can set itself free in someone's home?
Well, me, it's ever since I brought those rocks home. Were they in the rock? Or they
mm,
attached themselves to my equipment and got free here?
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
think I think if your doll is haunted, if your doll's haunted, and
Mhm.
you bring it to the house or whatnot, they could actually come out of the doll as long as the doll is still within the
In
reachable
distance,
distance,
yeah.
and they can still come out the doll and make and start mayhem your own house, start moving stuff and all that. Then after a while, it just goes back into the doll.
Okay,
I think
And
maybe
I
they're
also got a
content or they're
gateway in the
happy
yard.
being there or something.
Hmm.
right, yeah. So if they're happy being somewhere, you think they could just come out and go wherever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Are they
but
are they like closed into like the area that the doll's at?
well, that
No,
that's
that goes
that's what
because
I'm
that goes
talking
back to like
about.
Robert the Doll. Because how can he can?
Right.
I
Mm.
Just
mean,
like
as long as the doll is there near them, they can move with the doll itself. I mean, this is all what I've seen, I've heard. Um, you know, when the doll is close by, they can come out the doll and start doing moving all their stuff. They could either also move within the doll. You know what I'm talking about? Not
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Chucky, not like Chucky or anything like that, but you know,
No,
a
it could
little
like
sudden movement.
Well, that kind of goes back to like what Sean was saying. Well, what about like Robert the doll? When you don't ask permission to take, his photo, and he follows you to your home, or he follows you in your vehicle, so why would it? I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you think they could travel just like any normal spirit?
I don't
well,
know.
Christine.
I think maybe in certain cases that
Christine.
maybe they can.
Christine the car, the haunted car. We
Because
got
I mean,
Christine.
Sean made a good point. Like, what about Robert the doll's victims? Because he wasn't always around when they had
Yeah. He's in a glass case.
right.
All
Body is below.
And look at
bodies
Annabelle.
below.
How she's
Yeah,
harmed
look
people
what she
that
did
way.
to Jasco. He
Right.
went and see her, had an accident. The week after, he had an accident. It's like,
Jasko, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I heard about his accident, and then his rental car got total
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But I didn't know it was because of Annabelle or
Well, that's what his subscribers are saying, and that he's starting to think about. And
so when did he see that Annabelle? Like
he
after
saw it before,
uh,
and he was with James,
James
and
the fan?
James, yeah,
Whoa.
every time he'd be close to Annabelle, he'd have to throw up. So he would run out, go barf, come back in. If he was on this side, he was okay, but Annabelle was on that side. So when he would go on that side, bleh, 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 he would
Yeah.
run away again because
Mhm.
they're um, the son-in-law of Ed and Lorraine.
Mm.
He's organizing like a creep show somewhere,
Right.
and he brings her with him to the show. So he invited the YouTubers to go visit this museum to like do a publicity stunt or something, you know. And they would say in the video, "Well, it's going to be at this place, and the tickets are on sale now," and you know, so it was like a marketing thing,
Mm.
marketing thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Sean, what dolls did you have on your list tonight that stood out to you?
Well, there's the ones that I talked about already. There was one last one. I think there's a Canadian. I think up in Canada. It's called Mandy. I was reading
yeah,
about,
yeah.
and that was
Mandy.
She moves things and everything. She was at a lady's house. I don't know how. I can't remember. I have her video on my channel,
I was going to ask.
and the lady couldn't take it no more. So she went to this museum and she said, "Please take it." So they took it, and the employees of the museum, they don't want to close the doors at night by themselves. They always want to be with someone else. She would fool around with the personnel's lunch boxes, pens and pencils and notepads. Yeah, she would do that.
Hello there.
So like a
Hello there.
Mm.
Yeah,
so is
Fox
it
River.
Hello there.
hey Fox River?
Hey Fox.
So so do you think she was mischievous then?
Yeah, she was like a little brat, I would say.
Jokester?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Okay.
but she wasn't mean though.
Okay.
Now there's that place down in what is it, Mexico City, Isle of Dolls or whatever it's called.
Oh
Would,
yeah.
would you ever go down there? That
Heck
place
yeah.
kind
Oh,
of
the
Actually,
looks really
island of the
creepy.
dolls. Yeah,
I
yeah.
would.
I heard
I
about
would.
that.
But there
It's
I don't know
closed.
if you guys heard of the show Expedition Unknown
Yes.
with Josh Gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he went to that island at night
Yes.
and he did an investigation.
Village.
His
Yep.
crew, several of his crew was there, and they caught apparitions.
Hmm.
They caught apparitions, and they also saw one of the doll's head blink.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm like, what the hell? Well, you know the story of the doll, right? Of the island, if I remember
Yeah.
right, it's because of a little girl drowned around the island. The guy that was on the island found her and brought her to the island. And she had a doll. And every year or something like that, he hangs a doll on a tree for several years until he passed away. So they figured that one of the dolls there is actually her spirit of the little girl that drowned around the island. And ever since then, the island was cursed, sort of. What they said, she's always there haunting.
Yeah.
They there's a lot of stuff going on there though, but I would
He
love to go there.
he
Yes.
tried to
Yeah,
save
it
her
looked
and
really
he
creepy,
couldn't.
and I think I'd probably like to go there too if I had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He tried to save her and he couldn't, and he even passed away at the same
Hmm.
place she passed away.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So so in the dolls, there's either his
Miracle.
spirit and her spirit
Yep.
It,
on in
it
the island.
That's the one that has like when you enter the island, there's like a almost like an archway where the dolls are all hanging from, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of doll hanging from the
Yep.
trees and everything
Yep.
else. Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
and there's also a cabin in there where the guy
Yeah.
used to live at.
Yeah.
I'd go sleep in there.
Yeah. So, but you gotta be careful. There's poisonous spiders and I guess scorpions and stuff.
I
Yep.
mean,
And
look.
it's hot.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, vodka could probably do it because she's got some of the worst insects over there.
Yeah, yeah. She's a survivor.
Yep, she's a survivor.
Oh, we just got mosquitoes and bees. That's about
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
much all the dolls that I really know of that are popular. I don't know, they're famous. I know there's probably some more out there.
there's another one I saw a video on that this little girl had a. You ever seen the cartoon Dora, the Explorer?
Yeah.
Yeah, she grew
Okay.
up now. She's
All right.
not a-
Well, this
Those
little
TikToks are
girl,
hilarious.
they are. They are very much
the
so.
little girl, the little girl was in. She had one. She had one of those dolls. I actually had one for my daughter years ago, but I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, she had one in her bathroom, and as she was brushing her hair, her mom was recording her, and all of a sudden you see, hey, is your music thing going off?
No, I just watched a orb go down beside Sean right to that door.
That's what I was seeing something like
Yes.
close to the door.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, you know what? I
always,
just saw a
like,
fluctuation
movements.
right now.
Yes. It was
it's always
clear as day.
pixelated.
Yep, it was clear as day that there was something going, and then it just went into that door.
I saw your
You have a
your
haunted
boxing,
door.
your phone thing or whatever that is.
Yeah,
Like blinked.
it was probably one of them. It does 4 different or 8 different settings. It's got movement, EMF, light, proximity. So I don't know which one it did, but it didn't do movement because movement would have made it make a sound.
Right, but it looked like it just like kind of like blinked, like shut off, turn on real fast.
Oh, it shouldn't have done
Hey,
that.
look, it did it again.
Say what?
Maybe
I don't
my
know.
eye. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, the mom was
I
recording
had that
her.
hat come off the nail. I don't know.
I remember seeing that video.
By itself.
No, I remember a couple times, but I remember one time I was upstairs. I even heard like a flop
Yep.
on the ground. I'm like, what the hell was that? And it wasn't until later on I came down here and the hat's on the floor. I'm like, how the hell did that come off the nail?
It's probably one of the drive-by ghosts.
I
The
think
drive-by shooting.
Yeah.
it happened a couple times. So I don't know how, because the nail is up on an angle, and I don't know how the hat comes off.
Well, is it an old hat? Is it something that you've worn, or something that
Yeah, it's my hat from when I was in the Army.
Well, I mean,
Right.
that's a lot of that's a lot of emotions there. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
give it up.
anyway, the mom was recording the daughter, and the doll head just turned when she was looking dead at the
Oh
camera.
yeah, I saw that one on TikTok.
Yeah, I was like, "What the hell?" That's
but
crazy.
see, it's hard for me to believe a lot of stuff like that when
Yeah.
that's all they show. Because you don't know if there's something mechanical inside the doll causing it to do
True,
that or something.
true.
So
That doll looked like a. Well, here we
It
call
lives
her an
inside.
all Canadian, so it must be an all American doll.
I'm with my banner.
Well, how about this one? There was a little girl, and I saw this video too. There was a little girl. She was playing with a Barbie doll. She had it in her hand. She was talking into the camera. The Barbie doll was actually looking towards the camera, and she was saying something. And all of a sudden, the Barbie doll's head turned and looked at her. As soon as she saw that little girl screamed, let go of the doll, and ran.
mhm.
And she looked really, really scared. It's not that fake.
Yeah.
And she's too young.
Right.
Well, I can't say too young to be an actor because we've seen really young actors. But
Right.
yeah, I was like, whoa, I wonder if that was real, But it's a Barbie doll. There's no mechanical thing in a Barbie doll unless you do it.
Right.
You make it.
Yeah, that would freak me out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I remember even as a kid watching Trilogy of Terror, that little doll or whatever that loses the chain and comes after you with the knife. The little
Hmm.
I don't remember that.
that scared me as a kid.
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I first watched the Puppet Master, I mean, I was still a kid, but still, and just looking at those Puppet Masters kind of scared me. I was like, man,
Oh yeah,
imagine
the
if those
Puppet
puppets
Master.
were
That
real.
was a creepy movie too.
Yeah,
Yes, it was. I agree 100%.
the one that really scared me was Blade. So Blade was scaring me, and
Yeah, the
I don't
Puppet
mean the
Master might be
Vampire
a good
Blade.
one to
I meant
revisit
the
this
Puppet
year.
Master.
I
Yeah,
was thinking Blade the movie.
no, no,
I was
the
like, he
puppet,
scared you?
the puppet Blade scared
The
me. Yeah,
puppet Blade. Okay, I got you.
yeah. He had two knives for hands.
I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Yeah,
That
they
puppet
had
master.
what was
That
it
was definitely
at
creepy.
one of the horror cons? I remember they had a couple of the props from the Puppet Master. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I make sure I don't buy puppets. I don't buy dolls at all. I'm just buying.
Those in the
I,
Twingless, whatever.
Yeah, that's why
Can't
I
say
keep
the
them in
word.
boxes so they don't move.
Whatever. Anyways, I'm trying to say it and I can't say it. Those dolls that have cracks on each side of the mouth so it'll move.
oh yeah.
And
Oh, the
there's a guy
ventriloquist
that's
dolls.
talking. Hey,
The ventriloquist dolls.
that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a
Ventriloquist.
story. I don't know if it's here in Canada or what. I go so many places on YouTube. It's unbelievable. But this guy had just the head of a doll like that, and it was in a glass case. He
I
would
think I
keep it
seen that
there.
one.
And then at one point, his wife walks by, and the mouth of that doll opens, and she ordered her husband to get rid of it.
Wow. She probably was.
That was just the first time she see it. Every time she walked by before, it was after she passed. You see the thing go.
He's saying, "Damn, that's my
Right?
type of woman."
The scariest video, the scariest episode I ever watched that freaked me out with puppets and stuff like that was the Goosebumps with that
Oh
had
yeah,
the ventriloquist doll. That creeped
Yeah, I
me
remember
out
that one.
so much.
Yeah.
It was
What's
like
his name?
the same doll from Magic, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Mhm.
yeah.
Hey, Dustin.
He has a
Hi,
name. I forgot what
Dustin.
his name is.
I can't remember the Slappy.
Slappy.
Slappy, yes, Slappy was the ventriloquist doll that I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Kind of funny we're
There's
talking about ventriloquist because my wife and I were just talking about she wants to go see Jeff Dunham on New Year's Eve.
Oh, Jeff Dunham is a great ventriloquist. I like this show.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so, yeah, I said, yeah, definitely. I think he's funny, so I'd like to see his show.
Yeah.
And for New Year's Eve, that sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, he's something else, man. He's something else with the. I mean, but when I hear him and the dolls, they all sound the same.
I
They're all. If you pay attention to every doll, they all have the same voice. I mean, it just sounds different because it's a different character.
Right.
Well, it is the same person doing all the
Right,
voices,
right,
so, yeah,
exactly,
there's going to be some
exactly.
similarities.
But didn't the guy who did a lot of the Walt Disney movies, he made the same he was the same voiceover for most of the
Yeah, what was
characters?
his
Yeah.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now.
Even
Yeah.
from Warner Brothers as well.
Yes.
The guy did Bugs Bunny. He did Foghorn Leghorn. He did.
Yep.
Porky
Oh, did you
Pig.
see that there's a newer that lady comedian now where she has it's like the ventriloquism thing, but she takes somebody from the audience and she puts this mask on you, and the comedians actually controlling the mouth on like remotely or whatever
Right, right.
on the mask.
I seen that one, but I
So
seen a guy do it though.
yeah, those are hilarious too. Those are pretty funny
Yeah.
because she's using actual people, but the mouth is just fake.
Right.
I wish I could do ventriloquism, but I think sometimes it would help out in my job. But
Making dogs talk.
yeah,
Make them talk. Throw your voice.
make the dog down the street talk, scream. What's your name?
Tony.
I have a friend in Ontario. He has a doll, and it's extremely haunted. And it was on Moe's series that he did. That doll was one of the. I just saw something go down, and it was dark, right in back of Shine. It
Oh,
went as if someone would close a blind.
oh,
Anyways, his name is Mysterium. His channel is Mysterium Haunted as AF. So, yeah, he's gonna do a show on Halloween with this doll in particular, and he's also a mind reader, and he'll guess which color you're gonna choose between the little balls or something, and if you choose, he'll put you in front of a table full of desserts, and he'll tell you what you would choose and everything. You'd find a paper and it's written down. He writes it down. Yeah.
Mm.
So, and he went on America's Got Talent also. And yeah, so now he's in the paranormal. He opened up his YouTube channel, and yeah, he's freaky to see. But that
oh.
doll, he was with Brittany Crab. I don't know if you guys know her. She's from Ontario too. Uh, they were doing a show, and the doll was sitting like on a speaker thing there, and there was a lady with them. She's like a psychic medium, and she heard him say, "Tell her to move," talking about Brittany.
Mm.
So she moved away. As soon as she moved away, there was a big spark of fire. Fireball went pow. That was pretty scary. So he told her
Oh,
to move because he was going to do that. I guess I don't know.
so in
Yeah.
other words, he saved their life.
Yeah, well, the psychic medium there.
uh,
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy.
So what about your haunted, most haunted doll there, Downey? What's the issue or what's happening with that one?
Honestly, I don't know at this point. The last investigation I did with her was the only investigation I did with her, and I didn't hear a whole lot of like names or anything like that. I know it was Minnie. I know Minnie communicated with me from this doll, and none of them seemed to be good spirits, as to say. They all seemed. I don't. Everybody else seems to think that it was evil, but I'm not sure. I didn't hear the evilness myself, but I did hear a lot of negative. Um, but I've had a lot of people tell me to be careful with this doll, as they're able to sense it through the videos that I've done, and that she actually should be bound. I don't know why I said binded, but it needs to be bound when I'm done doing my investigations, because she can create a lot of problems. And I mean, it kind of matches up with what's been going on with my life right now. I'm having a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Just last week I had, euthanasia fluid injected into my eyeballs. So, it has been a run of bad luck for me.
Can I ask you where you got all those dolls? Did you get them separately or in a batch?
Every one of these dolls came separate. My very
Okay.
first doll, which is the one with the flowers on top of her head right here, that one is the very first one I bought, and I probably looked like an idiot walking into the thrift shop with my K2 meter, waving it around all these dolls on their shelf.
That's okay. I
Really?
do that in my mother's store.
And so that's the first doll that I bought, and it did react with the K2 meter. So immediately, me and Kayla were like, "I don't feel anything negative, so we're just going to take it home." Well, after that, people found out that I was looking for dolls in my, in my hometown. And everybody started calling me when dolls started coming into their shop, and they're like, I got a really creepy doll here. I need you to take off my hand. So it was never my intention to buy like a whole bunch of haunted dolls, but they came to me. It's almost like they were attracted to me, and that doll right there, where the device is sitting right now, that was the last doll that I got, and it has been by far the worst doll that I've had. I probably shouldn't say that in front of her. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, she can hear you. If you're rude with her, she'll
Yeah, I'd
Well,
like to
listen.
do that.
it's not like I haven't got
Box.
bad luck already.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Go somewhere camping and haunted. Somewhere.
I can't go camping unless
Well,
I have like a camping trailer and all this glamour.
You must
you
go
like
My
glamping. That's
employer,
what you
She
like,
likes
glamping.
glamping. Yes.
glamping. Yeah, that's what I used to do before.
My wife is the same way.
Glamoring. Yeah, that's what I
You
would
guys
do.
don't like the tent,
No, I
the
can't.
the
It's just
the
because my
bag,
body won't
all
take
that
it.
good stuff.
Well, Sandra, now, believe it or not, the tents and the mattresses that they have for camping, it's almost like you've got a full size queen mattress,
Oh
and your
yeah,
tent
yeah.
is like, it's like all like insulated and everything now, so you don't get as hot and everything else.
Oh wow. Okay.
My tent in the trunk, I slept in it in actually in Nubby's front yard. We camped for like a week in the front of Nubby's house, and me and Kayla, in Virginia, it's pretty cold. When we went down there, it was in November, so it was kind of chilly, but it was actually very comfortable to both of us. We didn't have to
Camping.
use fan. Yeah,
Camping.
I love camping, and the woods where I do all my randonauting, you can actually camp out there in some places. But I don't think I want to camp out in the witch's forest. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have one here.
Let's do it. Let's go to Witch's Forest.
You want to go to the witch's forest?
Let's do
I
it.
mean, it's a red-haired witch forest. Red hair witches are the most
Like
powerful
to
ones
find
you
some
can find.
haunted locations around here that we can actually camp in, though. I'm not too sure of too many.
Mm, still, I couldn't do it.
What about that bunker you guys went to? Isn't that close to you guys?
That's at Bachelor Grove.
Those are part of forest reserves too.
Yeah,
Those
Oh,
that's part
yep,
of
yep.
Forest
So
are,
you can't. Yep. So
um,
it's like a park then.
and then also I don't think they'll be allowed to camp out at where the arsenal used to be too. That's owned by the Fish and Wildlife.
hmm
Because that bunker you guys went to, I swear to God, I felt things from that video.
Well, I
Hmm.
know I felt a really cold, and it's hot that day, but
Yeah,
a
it
real
was hot.
cold wind
Mm.
passed through me, and I'm like, holy, and I'm sitting down, and I'm like, oh crap, this cold.
Right.
But I got a few response on the box. I mean, on the spirit talker
Necro dice. I know you
and
did
the
the
necro
necro dice.
dice
Yep.
and the necro dice, and some made sense, some didn't. So
When does everything make sense in an investigation?
yeah, hardly never.
Right.
Yeah, like the one I did at Bachelor Grove Cemetery. Basically the whole thing didn't make sense at all. So
I have one of those hammock tents. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I have one that you get inside the hammock and zip yourself right in there, and
oh really?
yeah,
That's
You'll
like a
look like a
claustrophobic.
burrito after.
That's like a claustrophobic person's worst nightmare.
Yeah, I know, right?
yeah, it is. But
I don't think I could do that. Yeah, close
I haven't
yourself
had a chance to even try it yet. But
It's like
It sounds like it would be
I
That's
have,
it.
comfortable.
yeah, cats. I've done lots of camping before too, so tents.
I love camping.
Cats. Yeah, I do too.
I've done some camping, not a whole lot, but I did some.
Yeah,
Well, me the
Alex
last
says he
camping,
hates tents. I've also done that too. I've slept right out, in the open.
last camping I went to, I would
Slept on
spend
the
my
beach
whole
in
summer
Florida.
there. There wasn't even one tree.
Mm.
It's a village of trailers, camping trailers, RVs, and stuff. So it's like glamoring.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I tried to sleep in a tent, but then I had to get out the tent and slept in my car.
I'll accept
you
a
guys,
pop-up camper. Pop-up camper would be good. You can get
you
in.
guys have me like wanting to go camping in the haunted forest now.
I've been.
I,
I mean, I wouldn't mind around here, but we can't do it around here because Robinson Wood is a forest preserve. Bachelor Grove is a forest preserve.
Randy.
Yeah, you just
I will
can't
have to
do
find
it.
something. We'll have to see what we can find. Maybe we'll have to look up into Wisconsin there too.
Hmm.
right.
Redhead Witch, my oldest daughter is.
That'd be
Yeah, but
awesome, Jonathan. I'd
words
love
true.
to hang out with you.
Yeah. I mean, I do another. I'll sleep in a haunted house or something, or
I've
try
slept
to
in a
sleep.
haunted. I've slept in a haunted jail before.
Is it or
Yep.
No
that's
way,
in
no way.
down in I think that's in Tennessee or Kentucky somewhere. And I was thinking there's some cabin or something like that. I know you can not really stay
Well,
there, but yeah, you can investigate there all night long.
what we need to do is go
Just
to the
sleep out in the
Octagon Hall.
tent outside there. Hey, Johnny Small Pepper.
What's up,
Hi.
Johnny?
Johnny. Yeah, that's what we need to go to the Octagon Hall to Kentucky.
Yeah, the Octagon Hall. I would go there.
I want to go there, but just us. I don't want to go with a group of other people.
Sandra, what about your most haunted doll?
Uh, Her name is Kim, and she arrived at my mother's store. My mother, she was in a bag. My mother's employee opened the bag. It was like a zip bag, sports bag. She opened it.
Mm.
She closed it. She told my mother, "Call Sandra. This is for her, and I don't want it in the store." She just looked at her. But it's true that I've noticed she has green eyes, light green eyes. And when I investigate, let's say me and her one on one, her eyes tend to change to black. They come black.
Hmm.
And when I go out with her investigating like a partner or something,
Mm.
that's okay. But yeah, she can scare a lot of people. I brought her to the Beck House. It's a really haunted place in Ontario. I brought her, and I sat her like at the table where you put your mail beside the door. But there's like three other dolls in that apartment, and I would look at my doll, and I'd swear she was pouting. She was, you know, she was like disappointed that
Right.
she's not the only one there, center of attention.
Mm.
Yeah. So I
Have
said,
you, Donnie or Sandra, when in your dolls, in case your haunted doll, ever fought with any of the other dolls? Then you come in to the room, you see the doll on the floor or something like that.
Not
me,
not me
yes.
personally.
The hands around you.
Yeah.
Not,
I put my dolls all like on display, like Donnie has right there.
Mm-mm.
But I have a tall one that stands by herself, and I put like in front of them, and my doll Kim would fall on it, and she sits up straight, and then I like did a investigation, like why did you do that, and what are you mad or what? And that's when I found out that she likes to sit at the mirror, the desk mirror, because that mirror I keep it like with a veil on it
Uh-huh.
because
yeah.
it became a scrying mirror. So if
Yeah.
you don't necessarily want to see something you don't want to see,
Right.
so I keep it hiding. So
Okay.
yeah, but she would tip over the other doll, and that doll I used to have her here standing beside me, so you'd
Hmm.
see like just her head. She was
Yep.
blonde hair,
Mm.
and she'd move her eyes. She would blink live on live
Yep. Yep.
and
Saw it before.
move her head all on live streams all the time.
Hmm.
Amy
Yep. I
and
remember seeing that.
April, you, Jared and Laura.
Hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
Rob.
Rob. Hmm.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. So
At a
My,
graveyard, dude. I think that's a little bit extreme for me. I mean, I slept in a church before.
church.
Slept in a church before,
You're
How
in
about a church with a
security in a
graveyard
church.
attached?
yeah, without the graveyard attached.
as far as my dolls, I've never noticed them like not get along with each other. Now this doll in the back, she is leaned like she's fell back,
Mm,
but I can't say that the other dolls have done that or if she just fell over on her own. I can
right.
say there's no air movement in here because I haven't even had my fan on in a week because the temperatures are cooling down here. Um, so there's been no movement in the shed, and I very rarely have been in here, mostly just for the live streams here for the past week because of everything going on. So for her to be falling back like that, it's a little strange. So, but that's the first time I've ever noticed any of my dolls being knocked over or
I mean, it
knocked
was
down.
pretty obvious that it was Kim that did that to the blonde doll because she was right on top of it.
Well, see, this one doesn't have one on top of her, but they're all kind of squished together, like all real close there.
Yeah, they're
Um,
hugging each other.
Pretty much,
Hold tight,
they're all
hold tight. The
yeah,
table too small for us.
yeah. It really is. It really is. But it's it's kind of strange to see that one leaning back like that. It is.
Mm.
uh,
Well, it's by being with the dolls and everything, you'll learn stuff about them. Yeah.
every time you guys get a doll,
I do have one
I mean,
doll. I know I bought my first doll when I was down in Lynchburg, Tennessee, for of all places. I was in a small secondhand shop.
Yep.
I was
you
down in the
gotta
basement.
watch out for those places, man,
Yeah, I was
because
down
they
in the
actually
basement
have.
of this small secondhand shop too. It was because they had a lot of stuff upstairs, but they had more stuff downstairs. So I went down there, looking around, and that's when I saw this doll. And for some reason, whatever reason, it just caught my eye, kind of spoke to me. I put a post up on our group chat and asked if I should get it. And Amy, with a resounding said yes. Said yeah, I'll get it. So I was like, okay, I'll get it. And
Right.
I'll
My
get her, I'll
mother's
grab her here
shop,
really quick. And
my
I
mother's secondhand shop is haunted. You take a K2 and you walk around her store. Oh gosh.
Oh my god!
you put that up, and the music box started going off.
but for whatever reason, I don't know, just she caught my eye and made me smile.
I can understand
Yeah.
that.
That is
Yeah.
so freaking creepy, dude.
But yeah,
Does she
everybody
have
says she
teeth?
looks so creepy. And I was like, I don't know, she doesn't look creepy to me. She's just
No, I don't feel any
No, I
negative
got a
or
I
stomach
anything.
don't
ache.
feel nothing
Put her
negative.
away.
Like I said, nothing's ever happened since I've had her.
Yeah,
Well,
I
did you
don't feel
talk to
anything.
her?
Yeah, I come down
Every
and say
time,
hi, and
every time I go to an antique store or secondhand store like thrift store, and I always go with my wife, and I tell my wife, should I buy this doll? It's an ugly doll. It looks spooky as heck, and she goes, hell no.
and it's weird how heavy they are. The porcelain
That's
dolls.
porcelain.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
she's big for a
they're pretty
porcelain doll.
fragile
they're
though,
pretty
right?
heavy too. And
Yeah. See, those two are porcelain,
but the
but
eyes,
they're
she's got
heavy.
some like really deep blue eyes. Are really
Yes.
cool looking.
Ooh.
And kind
Oh,
of
she's
creepy.
giving me a stomach ache, Sean.
She kind of
I'm
yeah.
starting to get cramps.
I don't know. Yeah, looking at her eyes is kind of creepy when you look into her eyes though, because they do look pretty real, and they're like, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Sandra,
Later, Pops.
you sure that ain't gas from the tacos?
No, it's not. We don't have taco shops here.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh
when
my
I go to
goodness.
the US, I'm going straight to a Taco Bell.
Good.
Well, that's not real taco.
No, it's
Well, if you
really
come
not.
to Michigan, they have Taco John's,
Yeah.
and Taco John's is pretty good.
Taco, and then you go to the John.
Or you could, or you could just go to Bat Rican. You know, Bat Rican probably makes some of the best true tacos.
No, not me. My wife does.
Well, you would have them at your house.
Hmm She makes
Or the
really
tamales.
good
I
tacos.
like those tamales that are made with the wrapped in the
Tamales.
banana leaves. Oh, man.
Oh yeah.
And aren't they corn husks?
Not the corn husk,
Traditionally.
there's a tamale that they use banana leaves with, and they're like wider and fatter.
Oh, okay.
Delicious.
See, I never knew that. I knew they were wrapped in the corn.
Hold on,
corn
you
husks.
talking about the Puerto Rican tamale or you talking about the Mexican tamale?
The Mexicans are the corn wrapped. I think those
Right.
maybe Puerto Rican ones. I know.
Well, the Puerto Rican tamale is we call them pasteles, and they are wrapped. They're made with plantain with meat in it,
Okay.
Okay.
and they wrapped it with the leaves of banana leaves,
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
and
that's
they tie it
pretty good.
up and they throw it in. But it's a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
I've seen my parents do it, and I'm actually gonna start doing it for this holiday too, because that's one of my favorite dish.
Yeah,
You
those are
know,
delicious. There was a lady when I place I used to work there. The lady that made them, and yeah, she'd bring them in all the time, and yeah, they're just delicious.
Yeah,
Well,
they're real
well,
good.
well. When you make them, Bat Rican, send me a few so I have some true traditional Puerto Rican. What did you call them now?
But we call them pasteles. They're Puerto Rican tamales,
Pasteles.
but
Yeah, I think
pasteles.
that's what they were called. That I just called them tamales that were wrapped in banana leaves.
No, I mean, you know what? Every culture has a different tamales because Panama they do tamales, but their tamales are way different. They're almost similar to Mexican tamale, but they're not. They don't have pork. They don't have cheese. I think it had cheese, but I don't know what else. But they're good. I like them, but you know, I like my Puerto Rican tamales better.
Right.
Yeah, there's some really authentic Mexican tamales when you get down there in Mexico that don't have like your traditional pork or chicken
Right.
in there. They don't.
Right.
It's all masa and
Right.
sometimes it's sweet. Sometimes
They even put strawberry in them too.
yeah, strawberry in them. Yeah, it's weird.
What?
Yeah. They're real sweet.
Stra-
They're
Strawberry.
sweet. They put
Strawberries.
Yeah.
Different kinds of fruit in there too. I've seen ones with mango in them or something like that.
Mhm.
Unless
Well,
it's
that
for
sounds good.
breakfast, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
the Mexican
makes sense.
tamales are breakfast
Okay.
tamales.
Okay.
They are breakfast. But you can eat
Okay.
them for dinner. You can eat for lunch. Because for me, I like the green ones. They're spicy and they're really, really good. Really good. Same thing with the pasteles. I mean, you can put spicy in it or non-spicy. I like the spicy one because it gives it more flavor.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if any of your haunted dolls like spicy stuff, but
I don't think so. Not here.
food?
No, the other day I saw a recipe. You cooked your hamburger meat with an envelope of tacos like you would make at your house there. Well, I put that envelope, then continued the recipe and everything, sat down to eat it, and my mouth was on fire with just the envelope of I don't know, to make taco shells or nachos or whatever. I'm there. No, I don't think here we're too Canadian for something like that. I think.
Yeah. I really can't stand really hot food. Like really spicy. It burns the heck out of my mouth.
Yeah,
I like a little bit of spice, but not a lot.
Yeah, there's a certain level. There's a level where it's good and tasty and enjoyable to eat. Once it gets over that level, it's no fun no more, and it overpowers the food anymore.
But see, this is probably what's wrong with me in my stomach. I like taking fajitas, like corn fajitas, and taking bites of fresh jalapenos while I'm eating them. It's just the way I learned how to eat
But
fajitas,
you're
and I
gonna
still
get
do.
yourself an ulcer. That's what you're gonna get.
I eat jalapenos that way too. I like
You gotta make
fresh
a hole in
jalapenos.
your
I'll throw
stomach.
fresh jalapenos pretty much
Yep.
on everything because I grow
Yes.
jalapenos in my garden.
Oh wow!
Matter of fact, I just had I had some frozen pizza in the oven for lunch today. I was like, okay, I got frozen pizza. I'll have a frozen pizza for lunch.
Right?
Went out to the garden, grabbed a couple freaking jalapenos, and sliced them up onto the pizza.
Yes, they taste really. Jalapenos are really good on pizza.
Yeah, I
thank you.
can't handle jalapeno, man. I really
What?
can't.
You
I
can't
can't.
handle
Jalapeno heat,
jalapeno?
that's
I'm-
nothing for
yep.
me. It takes
I'm-
you have to get to like the carrot, like
I
habanero.
can-
That's when it starts getting really hot.
Yeah.
I only eat a little bit of it, just a little bit, just enough spice in there, for me to taste the flavor. But like super hot, I can't enjoy it when it's super like burning the hell out of
Yeah,
my mouth.
I can't enjoy it when it's really hot either.
Yeah. And then I
The
can't
jalapeno
enjoy
hot,
using the bathroom
I
because
can
it comes
handle.
out hot the other way.
I use serrano peppers a lot of times too. I can handle that heat, no problem.
No, I can't even take black pepper in your food there. Salt
There's
and pepper.
there's one
No.
pepper I grow. It's called a rooster spur pepper. It's just a little red pepper. I grow those and dry them and crush them for my crushed red pepper because it's a lot hotter than the regular crushed red pepper you get. And
Right.
so it's I like growing those, and this stuff's hot. A couple little shakes on your pizza, and whew.
So we're all
heat.
gonna try that one chip challenge then, right?
No.
Now like that stuff and the devil's toe and stuff like that. That's
I gave
insane.
Amy the devil toe.
Yeah, it's insane.
Nope.
Kind of
I got Amy the devil toe. Was it last year or the year before?
Rob did the Michigander man did the one chip challenge
with Rich.
Yeah, with Rich, the steel one.
Nope,
Yeah.
I won't do it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will.
I'm
be
allergic
yelling the
to
next day.
cayenne pepper.
I would do it if Donnie would do it, but since I know Donnie's not gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it either.
I love banana peppers too.
I'm not gonna eat anything that I'm gonna feel so bad the next day.
Yep.
You'll
Yeah,
remember your night.
I grew banana peppers this year too, but I grew the sweet variety this year. I thought I had the hot variety, so I grew the hot variety last year, and they were hot, but they were good. I grew them this year. I'm all thinking, okay, yeah, I go to take one. I take a little tiny bite.
You got the yellow one?
Bigger. I'm like, what the?
And it was
I'm
just
like,
sweet.
oh man, these are the sweet ones. So anyway, I've been eating those in salads.
Isn't the red one
sandwiches?
the hot one?
Yeah.
Jalapeno pizza, banana pepper, and
There's banana peppers. You can get the hot variety and there's a sweet variety. So
Yes.
Yeah.
they both look identical.
Yes.
how about what they call that? Ghost pepper.
Ghost peppers are really hot, and that's
Ghost
I had,
peppers?
Won't
Taco
try.
You
it.
become a
ghost
ghost. I'd become a ghost if I eat a ghost pepper.
Tomorrow, a ghost is gonna come out.
I don't know if I've ever tried the actual ghost pepper because I had to go with the Taco Bell, and it was pretty hot, but it was tolerable. But I think they tamed that down.
Yeah. I've seen like shows that they showed like the world's hottest sauce and all that stuff, and they even tried. One guy tried it. Oh, like in the this restaurant, you gotta eat the wings. I don't know how many wings there, but it's filled with super hot sauce. I mean, it's so like hot. And one black guy. He was eating one and he was already shaking, vibrating, sweating, and everything. He only ate one. And he went, woo, woo.
Good night, Randy.
What? Well, see, that's like
Good night, Randy. Thanks for
like
coming by.
Kayla. Kayla can't even eat the pepperoncinis that come in like Papa John's pizza. It comes
The
with a
little bag
pepperoncini.
ones.
Yeah, well, they come in jars here.
Okay.
But they're called pepperoncini, and I can eat the whole thing in one bite. But Kayla can't touch them. She immediately starts turning red in the face and everything.
Right.
Yeah, I can
like
eat those
that too.
like potato chips almost.
Yep, I can too. I'll take a
Those are
bite of them.
delicious. I really like
They
those.
are.
I like those on salads. I like those on sandwiches as well.
Yes.
I know.
I could put those on
really don't.
pizza. I let the juice drip onto the pizza. Oh man,
Yes.
Even those hot pepper they put on hot dogs, I can't eat.
Oh, the sport peppers, I can handle that.
Yeah.
That's not as
And
hot.
I know that's a small one. Those are small, and they're not as hot as everything else. But yeah, I just can't eat that.
A sport pepper, you're not. Johnny looks confused.
Yeah.
Chicago hot dogs. A little sport pepper is actually a Tabasco pepper. That's
Okay.
before it's made in Tabasco, but Tabasco pepper, and they put them on hot dogs around here in Chicago.
Mhm.
Oh, yep. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it.
I'd try it.
Actually, they pickle them too, so they
Okay.
put them in vinegar and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Okay. I'll definitely have to look that up if I ever go to Chicago, but I don't think I'm going to Chicago anytime soon. Nope.
Oh, what I want to eat in
Hey,
You find a place that
Chicago.
has authentic Chicago hot dogs,
Yeah, you gotta get a
Did you
hot
ever
dog.
get it?
Chicago
Okay.
hot dog.
What I want to eat in Chicago, it's a like a bag of chips, but it's popcorn and other things in it. It's a
Oh, you're
mix.
talking about the variety mix.
Yeah, it's called Chicago
Yeah, the
mix.
Chicago mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's caramel cheese
Yeah.
and something else. That
I
is
think some they
so
put peanuts
amazing.
in some. I don't know what's in there anymore.
They got all kinds in there. Yeah. The caramel cheese, white cheese,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
white cheddar.
that's the other one.
white cheddar, right? White cheddar.
Huh.
And then you got your regular popcorn as well.
Mm.
Well, I can't have cheese.
Oh
Your
no,
lactose intolerance.
I'm lactose intolerant, and it's nacho cheese.
It's not my cheese. Gotcha.
I'd die if I didn't have my cheese. When I was totally vegan, plant based, I'd keep my cheese though, but all the rest,
Yeah, like you go.
I had to have my cheese.
You haven't
No,
had
there's-
cheese until you have government cheese.
There's some Chinese
Oh.
dishes I know to stay away from the peppers that they come in that. There's like a tiny. I mean tiny. I mean it's like not even an inch long. A little red pepper. And it's like one of those firecrackers you see in a cartoon, like a little tiny thing. Oh, I'll put it in my nose. And bam! That's how these things are, man. Oh, yeah, a little tiny pepper not going to do nothing to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes the whole dish no fun to eat anymore.
They had some tiny peppers that a good friend of mine grew in the garden here, and he said they were Japanese peppers, and they were some of the hottest peppers I've ever had in my
Yeah, it
life.
must have been the same
Like,
thing, man. They were
you
tiny little
can't
things.
you can't touch your eyes or anything after you do it because your eyes will burn for days.
Really?
Oh
It's like
yeah.
pepper spray. It's like pepper spray. You can't put it in your eye.
Yes, it's almost like you're putting straight capsaicin in your eyes. It's
Jeez.
yeah.
Oh man! Sometimes I want to try that. I want to get sprayed in the eye with peppers. I want to see how. No, but you know what? I've seen
It's not that
people.
No.
I got some bear spray if you want.
No, I'm okay.
Oh God.
Well, we're
I
not
went,
allowed
when I
here
was in
to
the military. I
carry
went to the gas
pepper
chamber where
spray.
you go on.
We're not allowed to
They had the gas mask on. You go into the gas chamber. You see all the stuff floating around in the air.
Take it
They're
off.
all telling that, and they tell you to pull that thing off. And they keep you in there for a
and
while,
blink.
for a little bit, then
They make you open
out
your
of the
eyes.
darn room until you say your name and rank and serial number, and
Yep, they make you
You
open
got
your eyes.
liquids coming out of every orifice on your
You're
face, and
crying.
you're trying to say your name.
I watched that on
Oh,
one of
my
those training programs that they have
Uh-huh.
for the recruits. They had like 13-day program or 13-week program that they go through, and the gas chamber was one of them. And they had the guys running out. Their faces are red, like you say. They're sweating, pouring sweat, and it's going in their eyes, and they're breathing in their sweat with all this gas on them, and they're just like.
Yeah, it's just like everything's coming out. It's like liquid coming out of everywhere, and it just feels like your face is melting because it's just coming out of your nose, it's coming out of your eyeballs. It's like,
If it falls in your mouth and tongue, your lips is already burning.
Yeah, you can't breathe. You're coughing.
I'd die right there.
Man. That's crazy. Let's do it, guys. Let's rent one.
how
It's
how about
survivable, and I'm here. I'm still here to talk about it. So
That's the army that does
yeah,
that.
yeah, that's the
They
army.
don't do that here. They're too weak for that.
how about if I go, I
It's
watch y'all
true.
do it.
Actually,
We don't
you know,
even have decent equipment for a war.
funny thing is when you're all after you're all out there outside the jazz chamber thing, and you're with your platoon and everything, everybody's all coughing and thing like that. You all start laughing, and you know you think, "God, it was a damn good time."
Hey,
Oh,
so
you
how do
get
you take
stoned
that off
after?
your
It was
face, though?
probably the most adrenaline rush that we've had since we've been in the army here.
Right? Yeah.
How do you take it off your face? It's gonna be burning for a while. You gotta wet your face. You water it
Yeah,
down.
you just kind of let the air kind of just don't touch your face and just everything. But
Wait,
one
wait
bad
till
thing
it
about it
absorbs
was
into your body.
everything that you were wearing, all your gear and stuff like that. That stuff smells like that for like weeks. It doesn't matter if they wash it. Yeah, I remember you get it back from the laundry, you going out, you got it on, you don't smell it, but it starts raining, and all of a sudden you got, oh man, you
Flashbacks.
start cheering.
Oh man.
Well,
No, I'm okay.
some of the best cheese I've had, and I can't eat a whole lot, but it was the jalapeno cheddar spread and the MREs. That was some of the
Mm,
best cheese I've ever had.
nah. I think the best cheese, and if you haven't had this kind of cheese, you haven't lived. It's the government cheese that it's like a brick. You ever seen a brick on a building?
Yep.
The brick. That's how big the government cheese are. And
Yes.
back then, slicing those suckers,
You'd break
dude.
knives.
Yeah, you could break knives, and but the cheese was so good back
It
then, though.
was. It was even good for like macaroni and cheese and
Yeah,
stuff, like
it was just
homemade
like
macaroni.
Velveeta.
Yeah,
That's how good it was.
put all those chemicals
Yes.
they put in there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Ew.
There might have been a little more actually.
Oh man, but yeah, those bring me
Different
back.
kind.
They were
The ones
free.
that tasted good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, better ones, better tasting ones.
the government cheese is the best cheese ever.
The best cheese.
Cheese ever instead of cheese.
She,
It's some sheep. It's Chez.
Well, anyway, we
Cheese.
had a good on topic thing until we got off topic there, but I think we stayed on topic for a good hour.
for a good hour,
Yeah.
yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Then we started
We
talking
were-
about food, and now I'm
Yeah.
hungry again.
At least we didn't go to the bathroom.
I might have let something out that y'all didn't hear, but
No wonder the music box was playing.
probably.
Yeah, we started talking about peppers and all that stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and some cheese and food.
Talking about
Yes.
the tamales and all that stuff.
Yes.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to let you guys
Yeah,
go.
just say then we're over our hour here, so we'll go around really quick and say what you guys got coming up. So Donnie, you got anything to share?
I have my Paragames video coming up that I'm gonna probably be filming tomorrow night, and putting it out, probably Monday, which I think is close to the last day, anyways. I have
It's the
like
27th.
Is it the 27th? Oh, okay, yeah, still got
Wednesday
4
is the
days.
27th.
Okay, so I got until
That's
Wednesday to get it up.
my anniversary. I don't remember how many years now, but it's been a long time.
You better not say that too loud.
I remember the date. I just don't remember how long it's been.
Been forever.
And then I have about 5 videos from the Gilchrist County Jail coming out too. I'm working on the outro to those because I don't want it to just cut and the video end, So I've got about 6 or 7 videos coming out pretty soon, and I'm also working on season 2 of the Haunted Dolls investigations.
Louise's life.
Hey, Louisa.
Rican, what you got coming up?
Well, I got a premiere coming on Monday.
saw
On the abandoned dining cart. Today I actually went to Mr. Wayne and I met the WWE. Well, he used to wrestle for WWE. Damian Sandow.
Nice.
I was gonna do an interview with him, but they don't allow the cameras to be in there. But I got to talk to him. He's a very cool guy and stuff like that. I'm also gonna be working on the Batman video, more Batman toys and stuff like that, and my mystery bag as well.
Okay.
So
Cool.
so hopefully we'll go out next weekend or something like that and do something else, man, because I'm running out of videos.
Yeah, definitely. Should have got out today. It was a beautiful day today.
Yeah. Oh, also Tuesday at 7 o'clock I got a live.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
talking
right.
about Alien this Tuesday
Okay.
coming up.
Hey, AD.
Quit talking about me.
AD.
AD.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Sorry, just got home.
Hey, Sandra. Okay, Sandra, how about you?
Well, I just finished a video. I'm gonna take it out. I don't know, tomorrow or sometime this week. It's like a story that I wrote explaining my gifts that I have and how I feel and how it happens and stuff like that. I stepped on my dread and worked it out and came out not so bad. So I got that. That's gonna come out. And Monday night, 9 o'clock, I have a live where I'm gonna read a story of the for real people in the forest of the Appalachians.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and I'll do my power games tomorrow night too, and then I'll shoot it out as soon as it's ready because we have up until the 27th midnight. So I'll be
Okay.
doing that, and that's it for now. I'm waiting for the temperature to stabilize here. It's raining, then it's sun, then it's raining. I have a place to go to. I have to wait when all the leaves are gone because it's the Crybaby Bridge of here. So everywhere there's a Crybaby
Yeah,
baby
yeah.
bridge, we have one here. So I
did
found
one.
it this summer. I was looking for it for like 3 years, and I had it under my nose all that time.
Ah,
So as soon as all that, because you can't like go on it because they put like a big pile of dirt and big rocks. Then trees grew like in the entrance, so it's like I'll just put the camera on the bridge. I don't know, so I gotta figure that out because I don't even know if the bridge is solid. So
right.
Okay.
check
Oh,
that
wow.
out. So that's about it.
yeah.
That's the video. Can't wait to do. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's for me. Yeah, Rob, we got to get together. Let us know when you're available on a weekend. I know you work quite a bit, so if you got a weekend coming up, let us know. We'll plan something. I'd love to go back to the Haunted Mill too. That was pretty. We got some good stuff.
I
There.
would love to go back. In fact, I want to go back there.
But this time we definitely got to work the one now where we stay there.
We gotta find a hotel.
Or yeah, we can just find a hotel. But yeah, if we can find out where we can actually stay there, I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
But anyways, for me, I have a video. I got the bunker video that me and Bat Rican were at, so I got my version of that video coming up. Also, video of the train car. That you'll see the premiere of that. I still got to get that video going too. What else do I have? I got another video I know of I was gonna do, but I don't remember what that was now. Oh, I did. I went to Spirit Halloween today, and so I
Yes.
went
Yes.
to
Yeah, I
get
saw
that.
That was a good one.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen that video, I put that video up before the live stream tonight. So
Yes.
short video, so it's only 10 minutes, but check that out. But until next weekend, y'all, have a safe week, and we'll see y'all next Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good night.
Have a good one, everyone. Have a very good night.
Have a good
Love
night,
y'all.
peanut butter. Good night, peanut
Bye,
butter.
everyone.
Bye, peanut butter.
Quickies for life.